Hey, Aries intuitive soul coach here with your January 17th full wolf moon reading. So welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we're going to dive into the collective energy of Aries and take a look at what is going on for you during this full moon, again on the 17th of January here, as we are in Capricorn season. This wolf moon is all about transformation, and it is about introspection. So a lot of you at this time are really diving in deep and figuring out what it is that you need to create and release in your life to move forward with more success, to manifest prosperity, health, love, whatever it is that success is defined for you at this time. You are diving in and really taking a deep leap of faith into a new direction here. I've been finding here on a collective energy that a lot of signs, it's almost like they miss the point of January 1st with that new energy of really getting excited and motivated and determined. It's taken a little bit of time to get to that point. And if you are one of those signs here, Aries, I feel like if you had a slow start to the year, or if things just didn't feel fresh or feel new, I feel like this full moon is really going to bring a lot of clarity, a lot of illumination for you, and you're really going to start to see and make the changes towards the second half of January. So again, welcome to my channel. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so what do we have here for you? We have ooh, yes, it makes sense. We have talk less, feel more. So this is, again, about you going internal. This is about you really taking that deep introspection in, instead of possibly putting your ideas out there or talking to other people about it at this time. This is, thank you, Spirit. This is walking the walk instead of talking the talk. So, for example, this is about you really believing and going for what it is that you want to do. And instead of just saying you're going to do something here, Aries, this is you taking action and walking the walk here. So I feel like this is about you feeling deep down on a level of what it is that you want to manifest, but then you making it happen here. Not just telling other people, I want to do this, this is who I want to become. This is about you possibly even keeping it inside, not putting it out there for the world to see, because I feel for some of you, I'm giving the judgment card here. I feel like you are really reflecting and evaluating your past. I feel like you're at a crossroads right now with what new direction do I need to go? So instead of announcing it, as some of us do sometimes, we want to go in this direction, or I really want to quit this job so I can start this, or I'm having issues in a relationship. It'd be great if everything was wonderful, right? This is about not so much airing dirty laundry, but about making the changes that are required. And it may cause sacrifice here for you around this moon. But I feel sacrifice in a good way that is actually going to allow more personal freedom in your life. Next here we have the Go Deeper card. So really about diving in deep. Who is it that you are? Who is it that you want to become? And what do you want to do for yourself? Not so much other people at this time. And that may be why this Talk Less card is coming up as well, because you may be a people pleaser at times, Aries. You may want to do things on your own, but instead hold back a little bit because you want to please or make other people happy. So this is about you giving a solid yes when needed, and you giving a solid no when it's required. So I feel for a lot of you, you're really switching up the script here. You can see that in her hand, she's sitting here underneath this beautiful moon, and she has a crystal in her hand, and in the other one, has the divine healing, loving light energy from spirit. So this could be about you even taking on some spiritual practices. Excuse me. This could be you going deeper within meditation. Maybe you are becoming attuned to some sort of energy work here at the end of January, even into February. But I feel like you're going to gain a lot of wisdom, a lot of introspection about which direction you want to take from here on out. It's like you're setting the slate, or you're clearing the slate here to figure out what it is that you want to manifest in the upcoming year for yourself. And for some of you, there may have been, again, a late start to this energy. They're also giving me the name, it could be McKenna, McKenna, if that is your name here, please take it as it resonates. So we're going to dive right in here, Aries, and take a look at where your energy is currently at. And we're also going to look at what it is that you've accomplished and what it is that you've overcome here. So beautiful. 8 of Swords. This is what you are working on overcoming here. The 8 of Swords is the energy of if you felt stuck, if you felt trapped in any situation here, this is about you opening your eyes to the truth. And in order for you to do that, this is about you really getting deep with yourself and going inward. Exactly what we were just talking about here. So the 8 of Swords is removing any mental blocks and moving yourself towards freedom here. So I feel like a lot of you are going to have an epiphany. You're going to have an aha moment. And I feel like you're letting go of an old story because you want to move towards freedom here. There's a release. There is you possibly overthinking how to do something, how to accomplish it. But what was happening is you were thinking externally. How do I do this externally? Which, yes, there may be action steps externally that you can take to remove the fear. But this has to do with you going inward and removing the mental blocks first that can, again, clear that slate that we were talking about so then you can move forward. You can see here that she's bound. She not only has the blindfold on, but her hands are tied too. But the good thing about this is there's hope. You can see the bird up top here that is almost telling her, hey, Aries, it's time for you to release. It's time for you to sing your own song. Get out of your own head here. Release the mental blocks because this is, I feel for a lot of you, this is something within your own power. It's not so much physical. I may be physical. Maybe you're in a relationship. Maybe you're in a job. Maybe you are in a tough spot financially. Whatever this is for you that you want to release. But the overthinking is definitely something you're working on releasing at this time. So let's see what it is that you're achieving. What is it that you can actually celebrate and look forward to around this full moon? I really feel like it has to do with this mental block here. 8 of Wands, another 8 showing up here. Yes, you can see that there's a lot of energy going on in this card. There's a tornado, almost like a whirlwind of activity here. But the good news is she's not smack dab in the middle of it. It's almost like she's coming out of it unscathed in a way. But the 8 of Wands is about speed. It's about velocity. It's about possibly even travel or relocation as well. So if you felt like you were stuck, there will be movement. And that's what you will be celebrating. That will be your accomplishment here. So I really like this energy because it flows beautifully with the 2 8s. And 8s are about strength, control, authority, power, and it can be materialism for some of you as well. Let's take a look at the obstacle that you are overcoming, that you're working on overcoming here. The Fool. Yes. Beautiful. New beginnings. That's exactly the energy of there was a late start. You felt stuck. There was something you wanted to manifest possibly quicker or faster. You may have given yourself a time frame here, or you may have been just set in that belief of January 1st, new beginnings, new slate, and then it didn't happen. So it was a little bit of a disappointment. But it's okay here. Better late than never. And I feel like you're willing to take the risk regardless if regardless of what the outcome is going to be. And that may be why it scared you to do it in the first place, because you weren't, you were a little bit scared of either some sort of consequence or the outcome, or possibly like you would fall instead of fly here. But you can see she's excited. She's like, you know what? Even if I fall over this cliff here, I have my broom, right? I have my broom and I'm going to fly and I'm going to feel good about it. And she's excited and she's cheerful. And she's ready to take this step. And I feel like this is you here. You're finally ready to do this after a time of a pause or a time of a delay. So let's take a look here at your untapped spiritual gifts and greatest strengths at this time. What is your greatest strengths and untapped gifts? 9 of Wands. Oh, I love this. You can turn any sort of challenge, pain, obstacle, because this is the card of the wounded warrior. This is about you possibly finding that motivation in a difficult time to stay persistent, finish something you've started here. You have the strength, and we're literally clarifying your greatest strength here, Aries. So this is about you using that inner strength, that willpower that you have. You can see here that she's kind of backed into a tree, backed into a corner, and that tree has her back. And this is about her being grounded in her energy. How can you get grounded? I mean, there's many ways that you can do that here. You can ground yourself by even meditating more. You can clean, do something physical in the physical world. So even though meditation works with the crown chakras and grounding works with that root chakra, there is a piece of getting outside of the noise, so to speak. So if you are in a place where there's constant chatter or outside noise, this is about you getting in nature if you can, and maybe even resting your back against a tree and just taking a little bit of time out. It's also about, you can see here that she's still holding up two of those wands, and the other ones she's let down because she doesn't really have the fight in her anymore to keep going. But this is saying, you know what? I have the fight. I have the fight. Two more wands. They have my back here. And you're not going to give up. And that's your greatest strength here. So regardless of any circumstance or situation, Aries, that has happened for you in the past, whether it's been 2020, 2021, maybe it's just happened for you. But I feel like you've been through a lot, as we all have, with the challenges of the last few years. But this is saying that you can keep going regardless of what you've been through. And that is your greatest strength, followed by the Page of Pentacles. Yes. I really like this because you can see here there's a map, and the Page of Pentacles is about patiently waiting. Maybe you haven't been so patient, or you've been trying to, but Spirit is saying here that you actually have been patient, waiting for some sort of change. And this may be in the area of manifesting a new financial opportunity or a physical opportunity. Perhaps this is a move. Perhaps this is a home, a vehicle, a job, a check. This can be something materialistic, or earthly here. It may have to do with health as well. Some of you may be wanting to manifest better health. They're telling me that some of you may have had issues with possibly heart chakra, throat chakra, where you have been wanting to heal either some wounds, some damage, some trauma, depression, anxiety, worry, whatever is going on here in the heart area that maybe you weren't speaking up about, or you've held in for a long time. It's something that you're finally either voicing, or you are using some sort of creative endeavor to heal the pain. And I feel like that may be a very beautiful gift of yours, but there's something here that is slow and steady, and it's on the up and up. So this is really great for you as far as your untapped spiritual gifts and greatest strengths. Let's get a message here from Spirit. Spirit, what do we have for Aries during this full moon energy? Now, this full moon isn't just good for the 17th of January. This can be, a few weeks prior, a few weeks after. So I usually say about a 4 to 6 week time span either way here. So do take it as it resonates, Aries. What do we have from Spirit? Oh, yes, we have Find Your Center. There's that card about getting grounded again. It says, your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? That is going to be a very big theme for you around this full moon energy here. So on the 17th, if you are able to do any of that grounding work or that introspection, maybe do some journaling, do some writing or automatic writing for some of you. This can be even exercising, doing something physical here, or getting your hands in the dirt, or again, going out in Mother Nature. But I feel like you may have been feeling like things were out of control or spinning. Even though we don't have, the Tower, we certainly have the Eight of Wands right in the middle here of your reading. And that is a lot of energy here, a lot of changes. You may have received news that kind of was the catalyst for many of you. I feel like this isn't just one thing, though. It could be many things. So your other message from Spirit, have fun. This is about opening up. Some of you are feeling really tense. I'm feeling that in the shoulder areas here, where you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And it says, stop. When was the last time you had fun? When was the last time you took a chance and did something silly? Something totally unlike you. Something just for the joy of it. It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give yourself and your soul permission to have fun. Okay, so even though we have an energy of kind of centering yourself, a lot of you may be really worried or overthinking or focused on a situation that you did feel a little bit trapped in. But I feel like the good news is you're working on overcoming it here. You're working on this brand new beginning, and I feel like a lot of you are really excited to do this here. So the message that Spirit is saying is have fun along the way. Even though transitions and introspections can be scary, it's a brand new year. So I feel like a lot of you are carrying that energy of enthusiasm, of excitement, as joy. A lot of you want to take this leap of faith and have this spontaneous new adventure showing up for you in 2022. And I feel like you will, but it will take you going inward first to manifest in your external worlds, just as the card said here about you finding your center. All right, let's take a look here, Aries, and see how you have grown during this moon cycle. How have you grown? Thank you, Spirit. The Three of Cups. This is wonderful. This is about you celebrating your advances, or you celebrating the little things here. The Three of Cups is about socializing. Again, it's that fun card, making sure you are communicating with your soul tribe, your guys, your girls, your family, your friends, your lovers, whoever this is here for you. It's about bringing in that family, almost that communal energy. And that's what this moon is about as well. When you think of the wolf energy, they called it the wolf moon because that was the time that the wolves really howled. And that was to communicate with each other and be communal and kind of open and also express that throat chakra, right? So this is about you overcoming anything. And even though this is about you not putting your... not talking the talk, but walking the walk, right? It's about you celebrating the advances or the little things that come up that you're achieving here. So there is a difference between speaking what you've done and taking credit for some sort of action or accomplishment that's been manifested in your reality here. But I feel like this is about you celebrating the little things. Don't wait until Friday. Don't wait until next month. Don't wait until next week, because if you're waiting for that perfect time, Aries, it's never going to come. It's saying that if there is something that you want to celebrate, or if there's something you want to go for, or if there's something you want to do here, just do it, is the old Nike slogan, right? Just do it. And that's kind of the energy with this, the Fool. Just do it. Don't wait until tomorrow. You can see here that she already has a foot that's halfway in, halfway out. So you may feel, for some of you, your foot is half in and your foot is still kind of standing on that ledge, waiting to take that jump. But sometimes when we don't take that jump, the universe comes in and kind of pushes us either with a tower or a wheel of fortune. So let's take a look here and see what action steps that you can take to continue on your journey. What action steps? Yes, we have the Hanged Man and we have the Nine of Swords. Beautiful, but both in reverse here. Well, the Nine of Swords is in reverse. The Hanged Man looks like he's in reverse, but really he's just hanging. So again, this is about you being stuck in one position here for quite a while. And in order for you to keep going, keep continuously evolving this soul in this lifetime here, Aries, very important that you see things from a new perspective. But the good news is you can see that not only in this card are the feet and the hands bound, they are locked up. But what you may not see is the glowing key that the switch is hanging on to. Okay, so the key you hold already within your hands, but first of all, you need to figure out how to unravel or how to reach up because you've already seen everything you can from where you're at. So this is saying here, you can't keep doing what you've been doing because it may not be working for you. So this is about you figuring out that you can't just hang around in this spot any longer, right? It's about figuring out how to unlock yourself. And this, in order for you to do this, I feel like this isn't about anybody externally coming through and saying, hey, we'll give you a hand, give me the key, I'll unlock it. If only it were that easy, right? This is about you going inside, going deep within, and that's the overall energy of your reading here, and figuring out how to finally move forward in a new direction. Because again, something was not working for you. Something made you feel bound up here. You want a new beginning. And right behind it, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is good because you have the Nine of Swords showing up, talks about fear, anxiety, worry, staying up at night here. But this is something that in order for you to continue moving, figure out ways to kind of get out of your head or to channel that energy, Aries, into something else. If this is you staying awake at night, are you able to maybe do some meditation before bed? Or are you able to talk to a therapist or talk to somebody about what's going on? Are you able to maybe exercise and make yourself a little more tired? But this is about not overthinking so much and releasing that anxiety. And I feel like you're heading in that direction because you have that showing up. And remember in the beginning, I talked about that heart chakra. That's what this Nine of Swords is about. So there may be a situation that you're pondering, how do I get out of? I just don't know how to do it. Who can I talk to? Or how can I change my perspective in order to move in a different direction? So let's get one more card on your growth here, Aries. Seven of Cups. Yeah, I love this card though, because you can see that the Seven of Cups says it's almost like you're spoiled for choices. You can see this this energy in this card here. She's at it looks like a metaphysical shop or some sort of shop where she has the choice to choose what is it that she wants to manifest in her life right now. Does she want love? Does she want a home? Does she want education and learning? Does she want healing? Does she want personal growth? Does she want money? I mean, it's all here, and you may feel overwhelmed because you want all of this, but maybe the message within the Seven of Cups energy is focus on maybe one thing at a time, because if you focus on all of these things at once, then we may feel a little bit scattered. We may feel like we don't want to take the next step. We may be scared to take that leap of faith here, Aries, because there's so many choices. But this is saying here, even though you have several opportunities and there's a lot of choices and you may be really daydreaming at this time, but you're feeling possibly a little bit overwhelmed. So there is a need to just focus on one of those areas. And it doesn't mean that you can't go for them all, but there needs to be attention on one. Energy, like attracts like here, and law of attraction. So if you focus on one thing, maybe you can focus on bringing it in faster, or gaining a new perspective here with the Hanged Man energy of how to go for something if you're focusing on 1 versus 10. So I like that message for you. And last but not least here, brand new, I love this new deck by the Sacred Rebel Oracle. So we're just going to get one final message here for you regarding this full moon energy. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we have the perfection of your life. I love this energy here. Again, this is, you can see the woods, the nature in the background, but it's again, not waiting for the perfect time to do something, because what if the time is perfect right now? What if it's time for you to take a leap into a brand new direction? So whatever it is that you've been wanting to manifest, the message for you is to pick something that you want to do. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to take that class. Maybe you want to quit the job and start your own business. Maybe you want to go towards that relationship or end one. Whatever this is for you, there is no perfect time, because everything is already in divine timing. And I feel like a lot of you are waiting for the perfect circumstance for something when there never will be. The time is now. And I feel like this is your year for growth, for advancement here. And I feel like this is the perfect time to start this, especially Aries, if you did have a little bit of a slower start to the year, because January actually is more of a month of reflecting and re-evaluating and really taking a look at things on a deeper level. It's not so much about just jumping into it. It's about, again, reflecting. And that's what a lot of you have been doing. But because there wasn't action put behind something right away, some of you may have either given up on a dream or may felt like it's already off to a bad start, or there could be some sort of energy that you just, you don't feel like the motivation is there, or the determination. But this is saying that's okay. It's okay to reflect for you this month in January, especially around this moon. And then you can take action once you have a plan. And I feel like that's what this card is all about for you here. All right, Aries, that is what I have for your January 17th full wolf moon reading, introspection, going within, freeing yourself, and taking a leap of faith. All right, if that resonates with you, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I am grateful for each and every one of you wonderful Aries out there, and I look forward to tuning in next time. Lots of love.